Good afternoon, everyone. This is Henry, and as we get into tonight's video newsletter, I've been kicking off most of these with you on a study of the VIX, so it feels appropriate to begin our conversation there, and a little bit of a follow-up on the signal that I've been telling you would drive volatility into the markets, and that is the squeeze on this particular index. So I feel like that has played out really well. Now you can measure it in a couple of ways, because the way that we want to think about this is that when we have these red dots, the volatility is coiling, right? You have more periods of kind of sideways trade, and then when the signal fires, you move into these extensions. All right, so that's kind of the map that we can use to plot out the most recent advance in the VIX. Now that this signal has fired, can we look at it and say, okay, we're all back to happy-go-lucky in a market that we want to buy? I actually think that this is setting up in a very ominous way. So again, if you have been following these video newsletters, you are already aware of what I'm about to show you. If you are new to them, just kind of keep an eye out here for the idea that from this swing high against this swing low, if we map them out for their extensions, you can see that this 1414 extension was meaningful, right? We came in from that. But essentially, as long as we stay above a rising mean, and that's the point that I want to get to here, is that even though the signal has fired, this momentum may not be over. So the signal firing helps drive the initial burst of momentum, but when you pull back off of that and continue to hold a rising mean, well, then you have the potential to move on into the 1618 extension and potentially even the 2618. I'm not trying to be radical in these assessments of the VIX, but I just feel like the pattern has been playing out so well. I can at least see that potential in my mind's eye, so I wanted to point that out to you guys. Now, inside the VIX, the other thing that you can use is to continue to come over and reference the dollar index. And I'll tell you to keep it pretty simple here with the Dixie, and that is a close above a rising 5 EMA. That's all I have shown right here in the, laid on top of price here, a couple of indicators, but the main ones are the 5 EMA and the 21. The 21 is used for reversion to the mean way of thinking. The 5 is used to show you momentum and a strong, aggressive trend. So as long as the VIX stays above the mean, as long as the dollar index stays above a rising 5 EMA, you want to stay focused on short opportunities in equities. Now, I'm not going to tell you that there won't be meaningful bounces. You can have 100-point S&P days up inside a bear market, but the things that I really want you to watch for inside those bounces are opportunities to short Tesla. I think Tesla is going to take out the low at 380, and that is looking for 360. And then also here in Meta. So, not a huge fan of trend lines, but there are times where I cannot help but look at them. So if we start here and have a very obvious anchor, you can just see Meta working to chew through this. So again, I don't know what Thursday, Friday, and even after the witching expiration, maybe we bounce. But you give it enough time, I think Meta is looking down there into 540, and unless those macro points of the market change, that is where I will continue to remain focused. So I hope you have found that a helpful piece of your trading. You guys have a great rest of your day, and I hope to see you in the chat room tomorrow. Hey traders, this is Henry with simplertrading.com. I wanted to thank you for watching today's video. I hope you found it helpful, and if so, be sure to click the like and subscribe buttons down below. If you would like to also see me putting these ideas into action and trading my own account live in front of you, be sure to sign up at simplertrading.com, and I hope to see you in the chat room sometime soon.